This is the introduction to music making techniques. A key concept in drum circle leadership is the idea that music making, creative music making specifically, is for everybody. This is very different than the message that we get sometimes in our traditional systems of music education, which, while at first give people the opportunity to try making music and try replicating music that's written on a page, only then later to rank people according to ability. So rather than that, what drum circle leadership does is reverse the idea that a person needs to be highly skilled to have a valid and important musical experience. Just a little bit of history to inform you of where I'm coming from with this idea. For tens of thousands of years, our ancestors, regardless of where you come from, would get together. This is prior to technology, this is prior to the Industrial Revolution. Our families, the people in our towns, the people in our villages, we would get together very frequently, sometimes nightly, and we would be together. We would eat together. We would tell stories. We would learn. We would be seen. We would be witnessed. And most importantly, we would sing. We would play our instruments. Many times these instruments were drums. And we had this mechanism where we weren't alone, where we could notice how the other people in our communities were doing, rather than what happens now so often, which is we are isolated, increasingly isolated from each other, increasingly, and we've got lots of stats on this, people are increasingly depressed and feeling socially isolated. And yet, for as long as humans have been together, up until very recently, last couple hundred years in fact, we had this mechanism where we would get together and make music. So, where drum circle leadership is coming from is this idea of why not go back in time a little bit and recapture some of the high value that our ancestors knew, which was the value of getting together physically and being together and making music. And this is the most important part, doing that without the worry of being perfect. So what you're going to find in this section are very accessible ways for you to help lead others in creative group music making. You'll discover a concept called rhythm seeds, which I'll describe more completely in another video. You'll see lots of different games and ways that you can utilize the rhythm seeds concept. I think what you're going to see here is that this is going to lay a foundation for you in being able to facilitate group music making with people successfully. What you're going to find, I think, is that it's actually quite easy, and when you see it, I think you'll be surprised at how natural it feels to lead in this way. The best part is that you won't have to read any music to be able to do it. In fact, we're going to leverage the power and the rhythm that is already in your own language. So enjoy this section and practice it. Have some fun with it. Take your time.